today. I'm trying a new thing without makeup. My hair is done. I'm feeling good about myself. I love a braid. I love a fresh braid up. So once that's happening, I feel good. Well, let's get on with it. Last week, we talked a little bit about being scattered and, kind of like searching to find our own way. Don't mind me. I'm just looking at my laptop because I got some notes here and I'll be checking in on those. So last week we spoke on stuck or being scattered. And this week I want to talk a little bit about the one question that helped frame, if you will, and change my client's perspective as a coach. And the one I went in with is, do you want to stay where you are, or are you trying to go somewhere else? Like, no matter how small a step, like, where do you see yourself where you want to go? And of course, everybody said, well, of course, I want to do that. So that leads us into all we got to do, what we want to plan to do, and how we want to get there. Now, when I sit down to talk to somebody about getting there, it is not an easy journey because I'm asking them to be terribly uncomfortable. I'm asking them to step out of the place that they know and feel secure in, even if it's hardship, because people find security in hardship, believe it or not, because you're used to it. So it's better than the unknown. That's technically what's happening. And when you're at the brink and you don't feel you could do anything, that's when you're ready for change. Now, you're still going to fight and scream for that change. So when I ask the question to my clients, although they're saying yes, getting them to actually act on it, not everybody, but sometimes it could be very, very difficult. So we're going to talk a little bit about how we go about this. If you will, this is like a mini coaching session that we're going through here, and me just walking through and helping you understand that when you're feeling a resistance within, first you want to do is allow the resistance to happen. Because while it's happening, it's preparing your mind, body, and soul for what's to come. If you fight it and you get off of it too early, you're going to have more resistance coming up. That's not to say that resistance won't be there, but you're starting to break down the strength of the resistance. So that's what we're looking into. So once you say, yes, I want change, and we start to lay out what kind of change that would look like, you might freak out again. And I want you to remind yourself that, hey, I'm freaking out because this is new. This, I don't trust it yet because I haven't experienced it yet. So if I haven't experienced it, how could I trust it, right? And you need to know that that's okay. And you need to know that this happened more frequently than not. So a lot of clients I have coached, but this client that I'm going to talk a little bit about, she's kind of one of my favorites, if you will. I shouldn't have favorites, right? But she is one of them because we went through the gamut with her. The first part was getting her a job because that's what she needed. She had no interest in business. Mind you, I love working with people who want to be in business, but she had no interest in business. She just wanted a job to make a few coins. And once she decides this is what she want to do, we're like, what comes next? And the first thing is to find a job. So we need to sit down. We had to sit down and find out what's her skill sets like, what is she willing to do, the timeline, the kind of money she truly needs, which means we sat down and create a budget, look at any outstanding bills that needs to be paid, and the kind of lifestyle she wants to live. Because, and not because, but rather of, we tend to put out a back burner because there's no money, when rather that should be at the front view. This is what I want. You hear people talk about Pinterest dream lives and I want to live a certain way. This is part of it. And it's rugged and it's dirty and messy, but you need to go there because when you're there and you're finding out all the things you want, even though they're not reachable and touchable, when you do the steps, you get there. So my first work of order was to get the listing of everything that she can do, all the times she can do, all the obstacle that would come up when she decide this is the thing she want to do. And then I wrote a brief, if you will, the rugged, the old story. She tells me and I go back and I write it up. And I come back, seeing it with different eyes and saying, okay, but here's what happened here, here, and here. And here's what you could do, right? You can do hands-on things. And she's like, yes, I could do that. But nobody would hire me. So now we are looking to find people that would hire her for such skill set. All right, ready? We're ready to go. We're going to take a pause and I'll come right back. To you today. I'm Coach Caren, And my firm is Coach Naturally. And the reason I came up with that name, just so you know, it's because not coaching comes naturally to me. It's a born given skill among many other things. And I coach people. I have this in I don't know what you want to call it. It's like this gifting of knowing how to help people long before I actually title myself or registered and become this form. So that's the reason for the name, in case you wanted to know. And I've had sometimes I don't even want to talk about it, I realize, but I should tell you because we're new, we're now getting to know each other. I've got over 40 years experience of helping people land jobs. If they got problems in the job, they call me and I can solve it on the spot. Helping people start businesses. And nobody like talk about money. So in case you want to know, yes, six-figure businesses, yes, seven-figure businesses. I've helped people not get evicted, rearrange their finances so that they can stay. Go speak to their landlords. Yes, I have done stuff like that. Go into people, get a letter written for people jobs so that they can stay in their jobs because they didn't know how to handle it. So I've done a lot of those little things. Get into people's companies, people that know that own their own small business, and showing where the leakage is in terms of, all the red flags, all those flags that we can turn into green flags, teaching them how to really understand revenue versus the net income so that eventually they can pay themselves, they can pay taxes on time. Because I do quite a few things. I said it before in the first episode, but I'll say it again. I'm a multi passionate entrepreneur, and those are the people I serve the most. I'm a teacher, I'm a bookkeeper, and on top of it all, I'm a coach. So when you get me as a teacher, there's going to be some coaching in there. When you get me as a bookkeeper, there's going to be some coaching in there. So I'm a number nerd, and I love talking to people about their money and their minds. And so to me, it just I just take everything and wrap my arms around it, and it just comes so naturally. And it is a long way of introducing myself, but I thought I should give you the full gamut, at least a snippet of it, because it's way, way longer. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of this mini coaching session that I tell you we're going to spin through. All right. Take you through a little exercise that can help you right here, right now. So you don't have to wait. If you want to coach with me, you can definitely book some time for that. And I also would send you my clarity journal so you can start working on this. But I'm going to look at my notes and literally read it off to you because I want you to really hear it. I could just talk to you, but I want you to really listen, okay? So step one, I want you to breathe and be present for like 30 seconds. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and I want you to breathe in deeply and exhale slowly. Imagine your thoughts are like tabs in the browser. Just close one tab at a time. Because when you do that, it's going to allow you to be present in where you are. If the tabs are thinking about all the things that you have to do, pick up the kids from school, get the laundry done, cook dinner, what's for breakfast next day, the rest of the week, I want to close all those tabs and I want to be present right here, right now, because we're looking for clarity in where you're going. The next thing I want to do is ask yourself one powerful question. And I asked that question before. I answered it by telling you about the client, so I want you to do this for yourself. Is what one decision I'm avoiding right now? And say it out loud, write it down, no judgment, no judgment. We're not judging you. Go write it down. I want you to pause this video. I want you to write it down. And here's the other thing I want you to do. When you come to listen to my videos, I want you to come with pen and paper because I'm going to always give you something to take away and go and do it. And I promise you, if you're doing it over time, you have a lot of things that you can tap into yourself and really start helping you. I'm working on a self-coaching book and, eventually you guys are going to get a hold of that. But in the meantime, these are little things I want you to get started with. Number three, step three, if you will, I want you to explore like one block at a time. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of? What might happen if I make this decision? That's where resistance lives. And it comes out on paper because your mind will tell you all sorts of things. But if you're really in the presence and allowing, you'll write what you hear, what you feel, what you know is true. I want that to be written down. Don't skip this step. This is important. The writing is just as important as asking the questions. Not typing. I know you can type, but I want to write it down. It's something about pen and paper and the brain to that hand movement that is so important. So, so important. You know, that you don't want to miss that one. You're afraid of. And even if you don't know it to the fullest, I still want you to write whatever come to mind. You don't have to know everything right here, right now. You can go back after this video and then you can spend time getting deeper with this. Okay. And then ask yourself, what's one small action I can take within the next 24 hours, even if I'm not 100% ready? Did you hear that? Even if you're not 100% ready, 10% ready, write it down. I beg of you, write it down. We're not waiting for perfection. We're just moving with clarity. We're just getting things moving off and going. We're not waiting around to be perfect. The last video I talked about being perfectly imperfect. If you want, well, that was 101. This is 102. We are moving through perfectly imperfect to get to where we are. I am now rolling out these new 2 videos, and therefore, I'm sure in a couple of months it's going to be a little different, but I'm doing what I set out to do because my coaching is great. I do great books, but what I'm doing, what's new for me, is being consistently starting and keeping my YouTube channel uploaded with videos weekly. So a lot of them is going to be very imperfect, and I'm willing to do that to get to the next place that I want to be. And I want you on this journey with me, willing to do whatever it is you need to do to get you to where you want to be. Right? I want you to pause the video right now, as I said before. If you didn't before, I want you to pause it and go do what I asked you to do. Come back. It's uploaded. It'll be right there. And then if you got stuck, I want you to write the word stuck down below. And then I might do a feature video on you. Whatever you're stuck with and you tell me, I could do video on that. I could show you how to not stay there specifically for you, if that's what you want us to do, okay? I want you to get this right. So I am going to briefly go over what I just said. I gave you about 4 points. I'm going to leave out number 5. I'm just going to give you 4 points. Breathe and be present and give yourself 30 seconds to do it. Ask yourself one powerful question. Explore what is blocking you and choose a micro move in 1 minute. And if you're feeling afraid when that's happening, I want you to bust through it. That you're trying to make right now, because it's new, because it's fresh, because you haven't explored it before, it's a gigantic mountain that you're climbing. I'm afraid of heights. Let me tell you a little thing about me. I'm afraid of heights. So anytime I have to go up high, I'm climbing Mountain Everest. While everybody else, it's nothing, it's Mountain Everest for me. And if that's how you're feeling right now, I want you to know I hear you. I know those fears, but they're so temporary, even though they feel lasting. Because remember, fear is false evidence appearing real. We know it, we say it, it's like a recitation for us, it's a poem, but now to actually be in it and struggle out of it, sometimes we just get stuck and we don't think we can. So I just want you to know. Coaches have their fears, teachers have their fears, no matter who you are, presidents have their fears, everybody has their fear. The people that you're admiring right now and doing really great things, they're fearful of something that we just don't know about, but there's some sort of fear that's happening. We all do. We all have our own type of fears that we're fighting through on a regular basis. I can come and I'm really good at just sitting and talking, but I want to keep myself on point, tell you what I want to tell you. So I'd rather have notes that I look at and I stay on point so I don't go into storytelling away from what we're talking about and I can stay on point, right? If you want, you're going to see on the more button, when you click there, you'll be able to get my free clarity journal that you can go in and start right away. It's just a couple of pages, I think about 3 to 5 pages in there. I ask you a little more questions that you could go deeper. If you want to book some time with me, there's a 30 minutes free call. You come with, I tell you the truth, you come with 3 questions and we explore those, because if you come with a lot, it's just a limited time to go through them. and then I might have some for you. And if you're ready, we work together. If you're not ready, it's great, but at least you'll get some things so you can start moving and grooving. All right? Catch this things up. If you like what's happening here, subscribe, like this video, share it out with somebody that you know that can use it. This is going to be videos where I'm really talking to you about things. Over time, yes, we'll talk product and I'll show you different stuff, but the first couple of videos, I'm going to sit down and have chats with you. We're going to get to know each other. And if you have questions or suggestions that you want me to record, put them down below and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. If there's things I never thought about, if you want clarity in things that I covered that you didn't think I'd go into as in depth as you would like, let me know and I can do that too. If you're feeling like you're not ready yet for coaching, but you want to get into something smaller with me, I always got things on the go. Membership. You can get on my membership wait list. You can get on smaller programs that I have to offer. But yeah, subscribe for next week's video upload. Like, share, invite people. You can even have a like party and just listen. This is your friendly natural coach actually coaching you through, at present, whatever it is that you need help with. And I'm sure that this subject comes up a lot. This question comes up a lot. So I hope it was helpful for you today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.